Peekaboo, I see news. How's it going, everybody? This is Dave LeClaire with MUO Tech Bytes, and I am here to bring you the latest from the world of technology news. So let us all hang out, have a good time, and see what happened over the weekend, because in spite of us all chilling on the weekend and relaxing, the world of technology never stops, so let's get it on. So kicking things off with our first story today, and this one is for the Apple fans. It looks like Apple is going to announce its latest round of devices on March 23rd. So according to a noted Apple leaker, Apple is set to have an event on March 23rd, and it will announce its new iPad Pro, it'll announce a new Apple TV, it'll announce AirTags, all kinds of other stuff. So if you're waiting for new Apple devices to hit the market, it looks like you won't have to wait much longer, as apparently Apple has its first big event scheduled. It'll be interesting to see what this event looks like. Apple has found a pretty good way of making its events still feel special and interesting during the pandemic without the big crowds clapping and cheering along to its announcements. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with this one. So if you're a music buff, apparently the new AirPods are going to be at this event too. So you'll get a new iPad, Apple TV, new AirPods, and Apple tags. So you're going to get all kinds of cool stuff. Hopefully the new iPad Mini Pro will be there, because that sounds pretty promising. Having a smaller version of a Pro iPad, which will presumably be cheaper, is a pretty good deal. So we'll see what Apple announces as far as that goes. What I want to know is, are you actually excited for these Apple AirTags? Do you think they're going to be anything revolutionary, or are they just going to be a tile tracker copycat? Hit the comment section, let us know what you think of Apple AirTags. So just last week, we talked about the Red Magic 6, which comes with a whopping 18 gigs of RAM. Well, now it looks like ASUS is working on a phone with 18 gigs of RAM, as the ASUS Republic of Gamers 5 looks like it will be coming soon, and it will be fully loaded in terms of memory. So a semiconductor out of South Korea revealed that it is working on an 18 gig chip, and that the ASUS ROG Phone 5 will be the first one to use it. So ASUS has not officially announced this phone, so we don't know all the specs and all the details, but based on the fact that the semiconductor confirmed that they will be the first phone to have it, we can safely assume that the phone will have 18 gigs of RAM. And then building on that, we can also assume that the phone will have other high-end specs, such as a Snapdragon 888, because if you're going to go with that much RAM, you're going to want to go with the latest and greatest in terms of processor. We don't know any details about the display of the phone, but I would venture to guess that it's going to be at least 120 Hz, as that is the direction that most of the gaming Android phones tend to go. One thing ASUS has confirmed is that it is going to announce the phone officially on March 10th, so we won't have to wait long to learn all the details of its latest gaming phone. So if you're looking for a phone that is packed with beefy specs that can do pretty much anything you could ever imagine a phone doing, and probably more, you might want to keep your eyes on ASUS on March 10th to see just how much this phone is and what its final specs are, because it might be one that you want to snag. It's like Microsoft is planning on stepping up its games in terms of browsers on the Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X, as it looks like the company is going to be bringing Edge Chromium to the devices, which will create a more PC-like browsing experience and won't feel so limiting when you're browsing the web as it currently is on Xbox consoles. Basically, it's going to make it so you can get access to extensions and a lot of the other features that you would typically get on a PC browser. You might even be able to access Google Stadia through your Xbox console, which is quite crazy. Again, we don't know how this is going to perform, and this is still in the alpha testing phase, so only certain Xbox insiders are getting access to this feature. But it's quite cool to think that you could play Google's gaming platform on your Xbox console if it actually works well enough. So while this is still in the testing phase, we unfortunately don't know exactly when it will come out. You can sign up to be an Xbox tester if you would like and get on the list and then try it out yourself, but there's going to be all kinds of bugs. So we don't know exactly when this is going to get its final release on Xbox consoles, but it's good to see that Microsoft is saying, hey, a lot of people use their Xbox as their primary device, and having a fully functioning web browser on it is definitely going to help that be even more feasible for people. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this episode of MUO Tech Bytes. As always, I have been Dave LeClaire, bringing you the latest from the world of technology news. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to do all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.